There is something about being around flowing waters, here and now. Perhaps it is knowing that this exact scene will never, ever repeat itself. Maybe it's a reminder that we should be mindful of right now and not waste our time on things that are not so, things that are false. False beliefs are far more dangerous than ignorance. With false beliefs, one locks himself into a world of make-believe, spending all one's energy and time believing what isn't so. The very nature of accepting false beliefs is the root cause of all the ills of the world, the root cause of evil itself. False beliefs destroy self-confidence by placing your trust into the hereafter rather than doing your very best here and now. To accept false belief is to stifle growth as a human being, believing in limitations of mind, body, and spirit. False beliefs fan the flames of stupidity as excuses to live. False beliefs promote hate and mayhem in the name of unrealized and false gods. With false beliefs, you place your trust in false deities rather than the reality of true good. In short, in God rather than good. In our daily lives, false beliefs destroy happiness and progress. With false beliefs, we are made to believe in poverty as guises for modesty and meekness. With false beliefs, we hurt each other as excuses rather than being correct in our dealing with other people, even though we know deep down that hurting each other is never good. With false beliefs, we're made to please outside influences rather than pleasing ourselves. With false beliefs, we labor and toil here and now for the profits of somebody else rather than our own happiness. With false beliefs, we're made to believe that joy and happiness are signs of sin and should be delayed until after death. With false beliefs, being a slave to the master permeates every aspect of life and living. With false beliefs, being a master of your own life and domain is frowned upon, and misery becomes far more noble. On the other hand, with ignorance there's room to grow. You know that you don't know, and with that comes a longing to know. Education then takes the place of dogma and doctrines. With ignorance, truth takes the place of beliefs. Facts takes the place of superstitions. Reason then becomes the new mantra. Common sense is once again respected. We have room in our lives for love, happiness, sharing, companionship, expectations from sensual desires, and without shame. We have room to realize the goodness of others, and we want for them all that is good, honest, equal, and fulfilling without guilt. We learn to not judge, since we know we don't know the circumstances of the others. With ignorance, we know that we can and we should work towards knowing. We want to know. Our desires and imagination are then unlimited, and our wanting then becomes the impetus of our own growth. We then leave the man in the clouds to his own devices as we pursue our own knowledge, experiences, and happiness. We then have no desire to worship the man in the clouds or to sit at his footstool as his slave. We then become the master of our own lives. We then are free to think for ourselves. We then become our own God without shame or guilt and with complete confidence in saying, I am.